Yeesh. Oh, yeah, that was badly planned. No doubt. I just started for the morning, so... Yeah, I don't know that it heals enough. Ah! Ah! Didn't get my shield up. Hey, Radon. Alright, let's see here. 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 That's set up. Most times. So you take the shield down to get your stamina to replenish faster. Well, yes, other things matter. But the point is made, however. The point is good. Maybe Sarah. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Whoops. Crap. Thought I had my sword up still. My bad. Yeah, I blew that. Buffs don't last long enough. At least they never do for me. What I really want them for is phase 2. Alright, I do them here because I can, and they don't cost me anything, right? Because you're at the same... Since I'm at the same point, you just can't use your elixir or your physic this way. Right? Yeah. What I really want is to get this in early. So I want my guy to get his... I was pressing the wrong button. Alright, that was just me being dumb. Oh, I will... I mean, if I have a moment where I can buff, I will. I wasn't going to be hitting him with anything anyway at that point, so... And that fail right there, that was all me. I literally pressed the wrong button. Which is too bad, because it was a decent start. One is the mimic to get his attention like that. There we go. So now, that's an extra big hit. No, no, why would you do that? Turn, thank you. Damn it. Hey, Tommy, thank you. Yeah. Especially on this new game, past 7. Alright, I am going to do something different. I like to switch things up a little bit, and I know this is crazy. We're going to summon cooperators for an attempt. The funny thing is, he's not the last boss in the game. Elden Beast still is. This takes place before that whole thing. That's what's funny about that, by the way. from a storyline perspective, they had to make this harder because it came out later, but from a storyline perspective, this is not the end. Jump him.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you.
Oh,
Lord Moog will
and he's coming
have
after
his
me again.
dignity.
Oh, he's not. That's funny. Is he still coming after me? Lord knows why. Ooh. Just not enough damage, you know? Oh no. Alright. Holy cow. Ow. Yeah, I saw that. Concert Millennia. That'd be funny. Alright. Do. I'm gonna try something that's crazy. Yep, it was crazy. It didn't even hit him. Alright. I'm not sure it'd be worse in every way. Part of what makes this guy so powerful is the hit points and everything, and how much harder he hits. Millennia doesn't hit that hard, right? This guy does. She hits more often, especially with waterfowl, right? But if you hold the shield up on waterfowl and you can keep it going, she actually doesn't do a lot. She still heals back. She does, but she heals. That's a matter of DPS. Your DPS being high enough, which is possible. She's also way easier to knock down. He's nearly impossible. I don't know if you've ever seen the Big Mouth Imp as a helper on Millennius, but it's funny. It actually keeps her knocked down for half the fight, which is crazy. Now, if they made her all of this plus healing, yeah, this fight would be impossible. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I just heard him do a guard counter. Oh, thank you, Light. Yeah, I'm just trying to get in, you know, a few kind of mental practice runs. No. Aw, come on. I hate it when it makes you go through that. Picks up the tear and the mimic. It's funny. All right. Hey, Sykes. All right. Uh-oh. I stuck it. Ding ding. Hope so. I don't want to spend the whole day trying to fight this guy. What? Oh no. That was weird. I don't remember that effect quite what happened. That was a bizarre thing. That was a lot of health to lose. I didn't even notice that my health had dropped. I don't really know why it dropped, for that matter. Yeah, survival instructive printer, that's fair. Alright. Also going to flask. Let's see. All right. too much. Yep, it's just me now. Which is not good. Oh. No, I have the tier. The mimic should have been able to heal itself. Yeah. He should be able to heal him. Why didn't he heal himself? That's crazy. He should... Alright. Usually that doesn't happen. This is pretty early in the fight. I was wondering. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Alright, gonna do it without eating a rune this time. Actually, I'll eat a rune. Why not? Get extra points for hitting him in crouch. Risky move. Ouch. Ow, 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 ow. No, no. What would be nice is if he didn't get rotted up on the first. There may be a way to do that. Hold on. Let me think for a minute. I don't actually want him to be loaded with rot. No, this is not my first time with him. I don't want him to be loaded with rot in phase 1 because it makes getting rot on him later harder. And I'm wondering if... What I wonder is if I summon my mimic with this. No, I need a bleed effect poker. Let me think for a minute. What's going to be the best thrusting weapon with a bleed effect? I think I know. Is it the Helix? Oh, I need more arcane. Oh, that's got more blood loss buildup anyway. Well, the Mimic is supposed to be tanky also. It's that round when the Mimic died, he... So normally I'll see my Mimic go to half health, and then he uses... I have a healing item that he's supposed to use. He just never used it. I never watched his health go up. Alright, let me see. So, if instead... I put in... Just put it in here, duh. Didn't I? Why is it... I must... There we go. Yep. Alright. So I could have my Mimic using the bleed effect. But can I Ash of War this? Hold on, thinking. I can. So the Ash of War that's on there right now is... Okay. That's what makes it blood... Okay, with blood tax. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is summon my guy with this, because I don't want him building up rot in phase 1. We're gonna do some stratagem. See if this works. It also helps if I can get Golden Vow on my Mimic, because he ain't going to put it on himself. The Vertigious Shield. No! I failed the jump. The roll. This is Elden Ring. That was a mistake. Damn it. Interesting. Interesting. So the shield is the Vertigious Shield. This one. Verdigris. Alright. I need to think about... isn't my guy doing anything? Come on, Mimic. Hit him or something. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, boo. Okay, that actually gave me a lot to think about. Having the two different weapons. The rot's not building up. I can still get the bleed out. Okay. There's something to be said. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but my Mimic actually used the skill, which is something that's much more difficult to use. And because it's blood tax, it'll heal back, which is kind of handy. All right. There may be something to this. I'm going to play with this some more. The catch is that I actually need my Mimic to get engaged. I need to pull him off of me so I can get the one big hit. The Black Blade is great for an initial snap damage. But I need my Mimic to actually get in there. And me not to get hit. I'm not sure what happened there. That was weird. Alright. Reset. Consort Radon is definitely worse than Epstein. No. Consort Radon is a fake make-believe thing that's just irritating. He just healed himself. Oh, there's a big bleed. Uh-oh. No. There we go. Nope. Nope. Nope, that's not what I'm asking you to do. There we go. That's what I'm asking you to do. Uh-oh. I can live with that.
A 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. No! Grr! Ah. All right. Yep. This is going to work. This is going to work. Man. Here's the question, though. Yeah, I need to get more frozen maggots. The bigger frost pots work better. All right. Yep. We got something. Hey, Elden. Yep, so close yet so far away. Nice big bleed. Uh-oh. No, I put my shield up. Uh-oh. Oh no. Don't get greedy, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Go bleed, go bleed, go bleed. Yes! Go Bellon. Fuyo! Alright, we have a rule here on this channel. And that is that we... Where'd we go? 1, we clean up after ourselves. All 0 runes. And 2, we breathe as we watch. I don't know, maybe I should. I never played any of the other Dark Souls games. Maybe I should give them a try. Maybe that would be an interesting addition. Lord brother.
I'm going to be a god.
This is crazy. Lord brother.
If we honor our part of the vow,
Rock and roll.
promise me you'll be my consort.
She wants her brother to be her consort. Oh, oops. That's not good.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
All right. I have so many of those now. And, oh, there's no unspa here. Interesting. I wonder where he is. He's not still down here, is he? Never really paid attention to... I thought he always ended up in that spot regardless of what happened, but no, I guess not. Alright, so I have not done Bale yet. That's the... is it lava? No. No. This one, Dragon's Pit. Oh, I made it to here and I never went any further. Alright, so... I'm certainly not going to do Bale with a setup like this. Which means that I will probably go back to Caster. Get rid of that. But what type should I do? What's gonna be good spell work against Bale? What do you guys think? I always come back to lightning, but I want to do something different. I wonder if they're susceptible to the Taker's Flames. talking about? The here. It's weak to blood. It's not good. The blood caster stuff's kind of junky, though. You know what I mean? I think everything's weak to bleed. I'm just trying to think if the I guess it really came down to a question of the shadow flame. That's what I was curious about. Is there any of these other stuff that they're susceptible to? Piercing. Does that mean that I have to go this way? Could do a rebuild on the spell side. Let's do that. Let's do that. If I'm going to do that, be susceptible to pierce, right? Then I could go with I don't have it. Hold on, let me think. Blood pike. And then all right. So the blood pike direction is Dex and Arcane. Right. Now, if we're going with a caster push. All right. Let's see. Oh, actually, I don't need that. If I'm going to crank my dex, I don't need... Oh, sure. So, I'll kind of explain a few different little tidbits. My build is set up so that, well, all right, hold on. I guess I'm still using them. So I'll explain the whole thing. So the first thing to recognize is this armor set is exceptionally heavy. Now I was using this shield instead, but these are both very heavy shields, 29 and 28. So you're going to have to deal with the very heavy. As a result, the convenience was that I was using a very light weapon by contrast. So I was using these two blades. They're both very light, 3 and 4, right? So the reason that I switched between them is this. This weapon, the Cleanrot Knight's Blood Sword, has blood tax on it. So that was only to give it a bleed effect, and a 83 is pretty good bleed. So I added a bleed effect, and the reason that I'm using thrusting swords is so that I can hold the shield. If you notice, when you've got a shield and you're using a thrusting weapon, hold on, I will exit out of here real quick. So, the reason for a thrusting weapon versus pretty much anything else, I'm just putting that on just so you can see it. So, if you hold up your shield and you swing your sword, notice the shield goes away, right? You're swinging it, right, like this, right? If you're using a thrusting weapon, your shield actually stays up. So you can stand there doing this, thrusting on a boss while they're hitting you, and your shield remains up. It's unique to thrusting weapons. So that's the reason for the thrusting weapon. Blood tax. I'd have to look it up. Honestly, I don't remember where it is. It's a Ash of War, called blood tax. So that's what gets you the shield. The reason for blood tax. So hold on. Let me show you one more thing. So the reason for this shield, the fingerprint shield versus the other one, is the fingerprint shield, you can put an Ash of War on it, right? Which means you can put no skill on it. Its default is not no skill. Its default is the slam attack, like the Vertigious, although Vertigious is better. But you can put this on there, and the reason for that is you can throw the skill out from blood tax while you have the shield out. Now, you don't have the shield protection anymore, so you got to time it right. But it gives you the ability to get this in, right? And that heals you back. That's what blood tax does. If instead I had this shield up, right, I can, if you're really careful about how you do it, let's see if I can. Yeah. If you keep your shield up like this, so I've got my shield out, if I hit shift, I'm on a PC, it's going to do the shield skill, not the one for the spear. So the reason that I switched is so that I had this shield is a slightly more protection against a boss like Radon. It's more physical protection, so it protects against the gravity spells. That's why I switched to this shield. But that also meant that I wouldn't be able to get the blood tax in. That's blood tax, the skill. So that's the reason for picking the shield that I have. So why these talismans? That actually is the easiest explanation of all these bits and pieces. The whole point is for me to stand there and take a beating. So this is the highest holy damage reduction, or damage negation is the term they use in this game, but it reduces the amount of damage I take from holy, and the whole second phase is all holy damage. Every time he hits, he also rains, the holy drops down on you. I don't know what to call them, the little holy like that. That's all holy damage. So this reduces the damage you take from it. This, when the shield is in guard mode, this will also reduce non-physical damage. So it reduces the damage taken from that more. So that's why this one just boosts guard, which means you can hold it there longer, and this just reduces physical damage. That's why these ones. I'm not worried about killing him with more damage. I'm worried about surviving one hit. Because if you don't have damage mitigation, he'll just walk up and you're just dead. So that's why I use these ones. Normally, if I'm using a shielded system, I'll use these two. Well, I'm going to be switching to a caster-oriented build. And in particular, I need to decide what spells I'm going to use. But I'm going to, at a minimum, use the Graven Mass Talisman, because that increases all spell damage. And then I will probably use... yeah, and in fact, this is probably, of all of the high-end ones, this is like the easiest one to get. It's somewhere up... I think. It's somewhere up here. Up like in this area somewhere. Maybe it's up here. Oh, Shaman Village. Maybe it's up here. It's somewhere up in this area. You'll find it. Yeah, it's an obscure place. Look it up. There's directions to get there. It's in a pretty obscure place. When you go here, oh, I'm gonna get into a fight if I go there. Let me finish getting my setup done here. And I'll show you. But that one is unlike the rest of them, right? All of the rest of the items that give you the big reduction look like this, except this one. Golden Braid is the holy one. Alright, so I'm going to go Frosty. This is going to make things a little bit weird. So that means that if I go with a Frosty build, that means I'm going to wear the Frosty hat, which I have in the bank. I agree, but all talismans are doing, generally speaking, is making up for a deficiency in a stat. It's an oversimplified way to look at it, but if you're increasing frost damage, but you could instead choose to have more points in int, you would still be increasing frost damage. Some of them just directly increase int, for example, right? Some of them will increase percentages, they'll do various things, for sure. When you're high enough level, talismans are the only thing that give you a distinction because all your stats are already really high. So just keep that in mind. Talismans make a huge difference when you're lower level. At higher level, the offensive ones, not so much. The defensive ones become much more critical. I can't imagine not having the physical damage negation one. I've been in so many fights where I didn't have it on and it felt like I was taking double damage. I know it doesn't reduce that much damage, but it sure as shit felt like it. Alright, sword chest. Go to my hats and get my Frosty hat. Alright, so now, interesting thing. Assuming that... Oh, wait. Hold on. I need to check two more things. I'm going to want to use you. There's no... Alright, for argument's sake... No. Let's do it right. So here's something that you can do when you're looking at how you're doing a build. And again, this is more of a high... It's always true, but you get more concerned with this at higher levels. So if I'm coming over here... Oh, this one. Karian's sword. Full moon. And I don't think invisibility is going to matter. Boy. I'm going to want... I need to up power that one. Okay, so right now, my equipment load with this stuff that I have on. Oh wait, that's not going to be the right one. I'm not going to want charged. Let me think for a minute. Yeah, I guess I'll use charged for now. Okay, so 101.7. So... You're stuck watching this on my screen. So 101.7 divided by 0.7. 70% is the number. That means that I want to have, if I don't want to use a talisman that will add to my ability to carry weight, I need at least 145.28. 29, really. So 145.29. All right. That.
Ah, is it thy way?
So I've got the gear on that I want to wear, right? That's the theory. So I go to rebirth, use larval
Now,
tier.
bear
All right, endurance. Now I want to watch this number right here, 145.29. All right, I'm going to go with 146.7. Now, that means, so I had an endurance of 99. I don't need it to be 99 anymore. That gives me some points back. This assumes that I'm not going to put on that helmet, which I'm not, because right now I'm going to play with a frost damage build, and I want to wear this hat. So this reduces the endurance that I need with the stabs that I'm currently carrying, which is the way that you want to do this kind of stuff. So that right there is how I crank up. So I want to go back to 60, and what just happened? All right, if you're connected and watching, I just got an error at my end. I'm going to